pros and cons of being in a relationship and running a tattoo shop. There's obviously a lot of really, really good things about it. There's a lot of things that we really love about it. There's also a lot of things we really hate about it. So I just thought that would be an interesting perspective, just considering that, I mean, most tattoo artists that you meet are pretty single and
single. Very
grimy old fucks.
Very grimy. So yeah, that'll be interesting to hear. It can be troubling at times.
This podcast will end in a fight.
Yeah, maybe. He might hate me. I don't know. Who knows?
Well, just as you were coming down in here, I said, well, you know, you just never know what skank's going to walk through the door.
Exactly.
On any given day. You just never know.
No, you don't.
The nice thing about it is that you can pretty much gauge it from the door.
Oh, yeah, I can. I can gauge it by the name.
You can smell a whore from a mile away.
I can smell them hussies.
The whores are coming.
But that's not the only thing.
Everything was fine till the whores came.
Obviously, besides the whores and all that, there is, you know, that personality that just sucks, you know?
Yeah, there are shitty people, you know, unfortunately, in the world, and sometimes they want tattooed.
Mainly whores, though.
Sometimes we like the whores. Sometimes the whores are very nice.
Sometimes,
you know?
Sure. On that given day.
You don't judge a whore by its cover.
I mean, I have. Lots
we
of
all
times.
have.
Yes.
You know? Or whatever they choose to not cover, you know.
Minimal coverage. Yeah. Mama taught them well.
I judge a whore by what's not covered.
But yeah. So I'm sure he has some questions for me. So we'll see.
I mean, obviously, you would have probably the more interest. I can't fucking talk.
It's alright.
Yeah, this is.
No one cares. It's our podcast. We can do what we want.
Slobcast.
Feels pretty slobby right now.
But yeah, I mean, I feel like you would obviously have some interesting perspective on it. You know, it's probably not easy to be in your shoes.
No, it's not. It's not. Especially, like, being the outside looking in, you know, I could be doing anything and I'm just, you know, all of a sudden that vibe is gone. It's like, what? You know, why? Why do people act like that? I don't know.
Well, just as far as...
But only I can see that. Because
outside looking in. So, I mean, obviously you're going to have a different perception of it.
Right.
You know? And I've been in that situation 9 times out of 10. Me doing a tattoo on someone's leg, to me, is just doing a tattoo on someone's leg. To somebody else, it could look like me feeling up their chick, you know?
I mean,
it's like,
looked at it different. I don't see that now. I don't think I really ever did see that side of it. Like, I'm not going to be like, oh my god, he's rubbing her leg. No, I don't do that.
Using a lot of green soap over there.
Yeah, keep squirting, babe.
The tattoo isn't even on her titties. You're just making it wet.
Just empty the bottle out. Yeah, see how far it can go.
Is that Motley Crue playing? What are you doing?
Does she have her own green soap? Because I see something. Yeah, so.
But
no.
But yeah, even just the perspective of the person that comes with them to get the tattoo, you know. So I mean, all of that is just so. It's a fine line to walk, you know. You have to be able to do your job while also not disrespecting anybody in the process, you know. Which unfortunately doesn't happen a whole lot in the tattoo industry, and I would imagine it makes it very difficult. I mean, we hear many of personal stories or interactions where people have literally known a husband and wife that run a shop, and the dude's still a creep, and you know.
Yeah, it's crazy how many stories we hear. Like, and then like the creeps that say, "No, your boyfriend can't come now. I'm canceling your appointment." Like, what? Like that? She wasn't coming alone anymore.
That is what we call.
You remember that one?
You know, that would absolutely be a red flag. And the thing that sucks is there's been times that I literally, like, I mean, as artists, we're already like have a little bit of social anxiety anyway, but there are some times where like
Yeah.
10, 15 minutes before that client's supposed to be there, I'm in fucking full panic mode. We're like, oh fuck, we're about to do this. And, you know, it's not every time. It depends on what the tattoo is. Sometimes it depends on who the person is. But, like,
Right.
sometimes, like, I've literally reached out to the client, like, are you bringing anybody with you? Like,
Yeah.
please don't bring anybody with you.
Right.
You know, because
Well,
9 times out of 10,
I've seen you in that.
well,
position.
9 times out of 10, the person they bring with you is interrupting the flow of what we're trying to do. They're
Yeah.
either in the way, they're talking too much, they're distracting. I mean,
Yeah.
like, if it's a long tattoo, leave the friends and family at home. I mean, if you're just coming in to get something quick, even
Yeah.
leave them at home. I mean, it's a one-person deal, you know.
Right.
Like, bring one person with you. Like the client that brings the whole fucking
Oh
family,
my
the
god,
whole
that's
entourage.
so horrible.
Some of them bring the whole family to the fucking console.
Yeah. Literally, the console. She wants to learn how to tattoo. Oh, okay. Well, this is not. This
Right,
is not a
this
school.
Black City Academy?
Yeah, right. This is not a college-educated fucking thing here. All right.
You will receive 0 credits for this consult.
0 points. Makes no sense. And then that fucking anytime fitness lady brought her whole fucking clan. They wanted matching fucking tattoos. They're literally just everyone just in the fucking back room. Just everyone.
Which,
Their grandma should have been there too. I mean, there
Which-
was a lot of people.
if they're all there to get tattooed, fine.
I mean, we did that too, though. We lumped them, but it was like too much because, again, social anxiety is really hard.
But realistically, I mean, it's like if one person is getting a tattoo, bring one person with you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and maybe if it's your first tattoo, bring your parents, bring 2 people. I don't know, but like,
Yeah.
have some respect for the space and just the process. You
Yeah.
Because we don't need 15 people sitting in our lobby while we're trying to get your tattoo
Well,
ready.
and then it comes down to children, you know, and then the children fuck up your blinds, fucking fuck up your wall, and then I gotta go around fucking painting.
Why do parents
Why?
have 0 respect?
0.
Like, it can't just be our place. I can only imagine what your
Oh,
fucking kids
God.
doing in Walmart
Oh,
or in
God.
a store where they have product in the shelves, because like we have had children
No.
wreck our whole fucking place, and I mean scratch and paint off
Wreck
the
It
walls.
Ralph.
I mean, like, it's just unbelievable to see, like,
it's
and then
crazy.
just the parents say absolutely nothing, and it's like, at what
Nothing.
point do we step up and say, hey, can you please
Yeah.
parent your child, maybe tell them to like sit down, maybe have some respect, or at least at the very most pick your child up and walk his ass out of the fucking shop.
Yeah, tell them no, you
We're
know.
trying to conduct a consult, which in the end is going to result in a permanent fucking tattoo on you. So I would imagine you'd want us to be fucking focused and not
Yeah.
worry about your child wrecking our place.
Yeah, and that's just the consult. The tattoo is insane. I'm like babysitter, you know. I'm babysitter when it comes down to that. They would always be walking in my room, fucking doing this on my door. You know, here's a fucking pen.
And that isn't right either. I mean, most shops,
Like, the fuck, stop.
90% of shops don't even allow kids in the shop. You know, we at least allow children in the shop.
Yeah, courteous.
Just be fucking respectful. Make sure
Right.
your kid's not
get it.
causing problems in the shop, damaging our property for one.
right.
You know, but most of all, not interrupting the tattoo process. I literally remember that kid like jumped on the table while I was tattooing, and like
Yeah.
there's very few times where like even someone bumping the table is going to affect me,
Yeah.
because there's a natural pullback as tattoo artists. You just instinctually will make sure that, and you're on a foot pedal. It just doesn't very rarely affects any bit of it. But that was
Right.
like damn scary,
You're
because I was,
minimal.
you know,
Yeah.
I was not prepared for it to move the table as much as it did. You know, so just like I didn't pull back far enough.
Right, yeah. That was crazy.
Yeah.
Well, and then that kid that just dug his fucking nail right into my eyeshadow. Just, oh
yeah,
my god. And then
insane.
rubbed it everywhere. I'm like, what? Okay, well, that was for sale. And no reimbursement there, no
Sweep that
respect.
back into the
You
packaging.
know, glitter everywhere. But yeah. Minimal respect for that.
Right.
Anyways.
But what's weird to me about the whole relationship thing is maybe it's just, you know, it depends on what kind of person you are, I guess. But like,
Yeah.
I don't feel like at any point me watching you tattoo, and I mean, like, because I have had to think about this a lot, because unfortunately I've been tattooing for a long time, and over multiple relationships, it's like, man, I've had people like criticize the way that I'm putting the stencil on, you know. So like,
Yeah.
I've even had girls like step back and be like, wow, you're either really, really respectful or you have a really, really insecure, jealous girlfriend. Because like I was doing a consult for this girl
Yeah.
and I wouldn't even touch her. You know what I mean? But she was right on the first end. I'm just usually that respectful.
Well,
I'm not
no,
gonna
you
put my
are.
fucking hands or fingers on you unless I absolutely have
Yeah.
to. And in the consult process of it,
Yeah.
I don't need to touch you for the most part.
No.
I don't even. You see me all the time. Like I don't even need you to lift up your shirt.
Yeah, because
I don't need you to. You know
I'm
what
like,
I mean?
hey, measure. You're like, nah.
Unless you have something
Yeah.
that's there that I need to be aware of, whether it's
Yeah.
a mole, fucking
Skin
scar,
disease.
or a pre-existing tattoo,
Yeah.
something like that. Like, fuck no. Like, so this girl literally like was like telling her dad like, wow, Dad, this guy is really like who I need to be getting tattooed by, because like she had been tattooed by other people, and of course
Right.
you take every opportunity to fucking grab or grope or feel or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And she's like, this guy didn't even touch me. He measured me, he filled out my whole leg, and you know, figured out where the tattoo was gonna be, and I didn't fucking even touch her once.
Right.
You know, it's just like one of those things. Like I'm not gonna put myself in a position where they feel uncomfortable because
well,
I
and
don't
your
know
name
them.
would be slandered.
Well, and
You know, you don't need that.
that aside, even if it was just me and I was the only person that knew what was happening, like just for me to be able to sleep good at night, like I
Yeah.
know that I didn't make her feel uncomfortable, because unfortunately 9 times out of 10 when we're doing this for people, it's the first time you're meeting them. So like, hello, nice to meet you. Now you've got to be on your leg or on your ass or on your
Right.
thigh. It's like, so it's already a situation where like we're not prepared for that as humans normally.
No.
And then I also have to just be able to bypass that and just do the fucking work. So it's like you really have to just make sure that you're careful, you know. And after a while, it's second nature. I don't have to even think about it now. You know, like I said, to me, it's a piece of skin. You know, like
Yeah.
so that's what I mean. Like so to me, I try to think hindsight. Like, would I be this way watching you put a stencil on, put a get
Yeah.
some fucking Taylor Lautner in here with some fucking heartthrob fucking abs in there, and you're like green soaping them, and you gotta,
I mean,
you know,
yeah, that would be,
especially because what's funny,
I don't know.
guys have more to be worried about. As I should say, yeah, okay.
What?
Well, with a girl, if I'm tattooing your very inner thigh,
Yeah.
I really don't have to worry about bumping anything unless I'm like up on your pelvis. But dude's got a wiener.
Oh God.
You know what I mean? Like
Fuck.
one wrong
Thank
shift,
God I never.
you're gonna be shafted.
Damn it.
You know what I mean? So it's like, but even that, like
Calling
to
reinforcements.
that, I laugh. I don't get weird. I don't like feel insecure about it. Like I
Well,
just
no,
would
you're a
laugh.
completely different
You know,
person
but-
now too.
And I
It's your
probably-
personality, and your personality is flirtatious.
The thing
You
though
know?
is, I would argue too that, I mean, obviously, if this was in the grocery store, I would feel differently about it. But after years and years and years of being in the tattoo industry, I think that I know better anymore about what is intentional and what can't be avoided.
Right.
You know, like I was just talking to you the other day, like I was in that awkward position doing that girl's tattoo. Like I was practically upside down. It was like
Yeah.
I had no choice for like not even a third of it. Like just for a moment of that second, I had to fucking lay my elbow down. And I'm like, I'm right on top of
I
a
know.
fucking cat.
I know, it was really
It's
weird.
like, you know, and you're in these
Yeah.
situations where it's like, well, do I fucking continue to, do I compromise the tattoo? You know, or like,
Right.
it's
Or
such,
just professionally just not think about it and do your job.
that's all you can do. It's just like, okay, well, I
Yeah.
know that I'm not being weird about it, so I have to just, this is where my arm's going to be for a moment while I
Yeah.
have to do this fucking line and I have to just move on. you
I
know?
essentially don't think I would think about it at all because you're in the middle of a tattoo. I mean, I don't know.
Ooh.
I don't know. I've never been in that area, so I don't know.
What about getting a tattoo yourself? How many times have you had to been like, is this dude just trying to be in that area? Like he really has no business to be
I mean,
there?
I think I've told you the story where I pretty much had to take off my whole pants for that one love right here. Like, and literally stopped him. Didn't even get the full tattoo anyway. So it's like he didn't even need to have me take off my shorts at the time. Because I had shorts on. I didn't have pants on. I had fucking shorts on. Right? So, and you know where it's at. You're obviously covering it right now. So, yeah, I was, yeah. But at the time, I wasn't thinking about that. I was in the tattoo industry then. I wasn't even, You know,
Well, and that's why
I
asked,
didn't know
because-
the background of anything. I
But-
just wanted a tattoo.
But that's why I asked, because now you have
But
a little
now-
bit of industry hindsight,
Yeah.
and now you know that was completely unnecessary.
Yeah.
Because as you see, I mean, we've had multiple clients tell us, obviously, oh yeah, like he made me get fucking naked
Yeah.
for this fucking stupid
Yeah.
tattoo here, and it's like, hell, I could have tattooed it with you in a fucking crop top.
Exactly.
You wouldn't have had to take off anything.
Well, no,
Yeah.
and most of the tattoos, it's like, you didn't need to take that off. You didn't need to wear nothing. You could have still wore your bra, you know. And for some of these that you've actually done, I think people have underdressed for, you know, some of the tattoos that they think they needed less clothes for. And
I mean, I definitely see it going more the other
I don't
way,
know.
like, but I feel like it's like people are just like, oh, well, I wore this because I was just going to take it off. It's like, well, you could have wore a tank top.
right, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, use
Exactly.
your brain. Like,
Yeah.
okay, like, yeah, you can just take it off, but, like, we
Yeah.
really don't want you in here with a fucking bra on.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, realistically, like, if you'd have just thought it through, like, you could have wore a tank top, or you could have wore short enough shorts, or a,
That's what I mean. That girl
a
that had the
bikini,
bra.
something
It's
like
like,
that.
you didn't need to wear a bra for this. You could have worn a tank top. Exactly. She didn't need it. Yeah.
But
Just
I like to
stuff
talk
like
about
that.
it in real world situations more than on the internet, because as we've talked about before, on the internet, I guarantee that if I was whatever, Instagram, TikTok, whatever tattoo artist that had all these followers, and I'm like, hey, I'm going to do this tattoo, I'm going to
Yeah.
find some sexy woman, and I'm going to get her some big ass tattoo, and I'm going to say, can you wear something that your ass is out, because we're going to
Right.
get a fucking million views on this thing.
Right. Be
So it's like,
skanky.
the stuff that's on the internet is not a real reflection of the tattoo industry
No,
day
it's
to day
not.
in real world situations. I mean,
No.
there's always going to be those guys that are like, hey, you're going to have to wear some,
Right.
some skimpy thing so I can, get in there.
And
But-
then getting pictures with completely undressed. It's like, why?
well,
You
and
know?
it's just like when you see somebody that has a very, very small tattoo, but yet again, they're showing the entire body.
The entire
they're
body.
half naked to show
A
one
whole
small
ass
tattoo.
and all. Whole pelvis, just the hair is covered.
So I mean, when we're talking about things like that on the internet, that is specifically for the view, for the
Right.
attention. I mean,
It's
that's
for the
pulling
hype.
eyes,
It's for the click. Yeah.
clickbait.
Clickbait, exactly.
So
Yeah.
now, thankfully, like, I mean, obviously we're not in California, we're not in a big city anymore, so it's like we're not dealing with as many skanks and as many frivolous people, because that's what I mean. Like, obviously we're in there, we unlock the door together every day, so it's not like anybody at any point, I think, comes in there thinking they're gonna get one over. I mean, I've seen,
Right.
obviously, running a tattoo shop by myself, single, you get that sometimes.
Yeah.
But as I've tried to explain to people, what other job or position or whatever, what other person has to walk around with their fucking what they make plastered on them? I mean,
Right.
like, I literally am walking around with my hourly rate stuck on me.
Yeah.
I mean, it's on my window of my job, it's on my fucking business card, it's on my website. So when any fucking
Right.
skanky gold digger, blah 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 blah,
Yeah.
oh, this motherfucker makes $125 an hour.
Yeah.
Maybe I could be a little skanky and get some free tattoos and maybe, mooch off a little bit of
Or
his
get
money.
a boyfriend that's a tattoo artist, and
You
get
know.
free tattoos forever.
And it's like just the same way you
They
can
love
see
that.
some frivolous, situation coming from a mile away.
Yeah.
I can see that. And like I had a sign in the middle of my
Yeah.
fucking shop, like, I cannot pay my bills with your pussy. And,
Right.
until I can stop offering it because I'm not tattooing for that.
Right.
Like, I'm in the business of marketing, skin, not
Yeah, and
trading
you've
it.
had quite a few come in.
I mean,
yeah.
less nowadays than it used to be. Obviously, like I
Right.
said, we're in there and we're together the face of the business. So I mean,
Well, yeah.
when someone comes in there with those intentions, knowing that from the start, you've got to be a different kind of wicked.
Well, and
That's a home wrecker, people.
yeah, that's a fucking homewrecker. But you could also tell, like, on their face, like, oh shit, he has a girlfriend, like, I can tell, like, I don't know, it's girl thing,
I was gonna
maybe.
say that'll be something that I would never notice.
No, their whole personality changes when I walk around the corner. When I walk around the corner, that whole face is like completely fucking different. And maybe it's the powering feeling, empowering feeling.
You're intimidating.
I am,
Yeah.
and I can't help it. I've always been.
I can't say that I would
It's
agree
just-
with you that it's like, damn, he's taken.
Not
I don't think
everybody.
it's that. I think
No,
it's more or less
no.
like, oh shit, this bitch is in charge.
Well, not taken, but just that feeling I get from women. I don't know. It's always been a thing. It's always easy to read being a female. But actually, the longer we've been in the business together, shut the fuck up.
Did you hear that?
It's easier to deal with. That's what I was trying to say.
Well, I think the
It's
more that you see
easier
me work, the
to
more you
understand
understand.
it. Yeah, and it's easier to just let it go because in the beginning I was like, oh, fuck. That girl is fucking half naked in our shop and I just gotta watch my boyfriend.
Yeah, I can't wait. Yeah, because that'll be the
But
most
it's
fun part
easier
about it.
now.
I'm like, oh
Like,
yeah,
I
this
didn't
girl is half
understand it,
naked and
you
my
know?
girlfriend's tattooing her ass. I am the king.
That'll be the
You
the
know,
day.
I don't have to get my kicks on the tattoos I do. I'll
Give me a
just get,
cigarette.
send all the hussies to you.
Alright. I can handle that.
I'll tattoo all the long dongs.
Yeah, that shaft is shafting you right back.
Getting shafted.
You think your arm's in the way? His arm will be.
Samuel L. Jackson's coming back for the sequel. It's Shaft. Is that a prosthetic?
But, so, where were we though? With our.
Just the normal pressures. I mean, like we talked about, obviously the downfalls.
Yeah.
As obvious as they may be. I mean, I think, like I said, in most cases, people just assume that the dude is a creep and an asshole, and the girl has to police it. Which, I mean, in most cases, it probably is true. But in ours, at least, like I said, like we don't have to deal with that very much because we run what I would consider a family business. Like I said,
Yeah, it's definitely family based.
I think it would
and
probably.
people know our story.
I think it probably would be harder, like if you or I were in there tattooing individually, solo on different days or something like that. I
Yeah.
mean, obviously that's where things could be ensued. But
Well, yeah, and since we started it from the beginning, it would be probably harder to separate after.
and that too, because if like we would have got together whenever I had the old shop, it would
Yeah.
have been a completely different thing.
It would have
because
been.
I was already pre-established there, and
Right. And my name isn't in there. Like, I'm
Right.
not even a part of that.
Well,
Yeah.
and I had told you about so many instances where, like, these females that come in and thinking they're gonna get one over, whether it's they think they're gonna scoot in for a couple months and get a little bit of free ink or whatever.
Yeah.
Because there's plenty of girls out there that are willing to fucking sacrifice a couple months to pretend they like someone
Oh,
just
yeah.
to get some shit.
just to get a tattoo.
because it's not like I'm some fat fucking slob either. Like
No.
I'm cool to be around. Like so it's not like.
Too cool.
But like I've certainly had people try to take advantage of me in that right to where like I don't even know like are you really with me because you like me or just because like
Exactly.
you're hounding me every day just to get tattooed,
Right.
so it's like so
Right.
there's that realm too, but then also just the
It's
fact
easy
that like
to.
when girls think that they're just gonna come in and get a fucking discount,
Yeah.
and again like I do this because I love it, and I've spouted off a million times about the fact that I would do this for fucking free. If I hit the
Yeah.
lottery tomorrow and had millions of dollars and didn't have to fucking work for my money, I would still do tattoos. I would do
Yeah,
it for
I know.
fucking free. I don't give a fuck about money.
Yeah.
I do it because I love it. But
Which is
when,
a good thing.
when
you
some
know.
hussy comes in and tries to fucking, get a discount because she thinks she's fucking cute and she's gonna let me tattoo her fucking thigh or something and think I'm getting off just doing the tattoo, like, that shit don't fly.
Right, just because she's cute.
I'm not 9 years old. I'm not getting a fucking boner and happy about it.
Right.
But what sucks about that is that whenever you fucking check them and make sure that, they know that shit doesn't fly, then they can run off and say whatever they want. Like, oh
I
yeah, he was a
know.
fucking creep. He tried to
Right.
fucking touch me. He fucking tried to hit on me and I said, no way. It's like, you fucking skank. You were literally
Yeah.
just down here trying to throw your fucking ass on the desk hoping that I'd give you a free tattoo.
Because she's all sexy
Now,
and shit.
because I denied
Right.
you and your feelings are fucking hurt and you realize you're a skank, you're gonna go tell
Right.
every dude that wants to fuck you
Right.
online that I tried to fucking do something.
And
So
I'm
then
sure there was a lot of them.
Oh, I've had people come into my fucking shop and smash shit because
What the
my
fuck?
girlfriend was down here and that's I was like, first of all,
God.
if someone comes to get tattooed, I don't check their relationship status. I don't ask who their fucking boyfriend is. Don't ask if their boyfriend knows
Well,
they're
no,
there.
it's not a fucking interview.
You know what I mean? So, like, if your girlfriend lied to you about coming to me to get a fucking
Right.
tattoo, that has nothing to fucking do with me because I'm doing
That's
my
on
fucking
her.
job, dude. Like, I did the
Yeah.
process. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't fucking do nothing other than just do my job.
Exactly.
You know? So the fact that you think she's sneaking around with me, you take that up with her because I'm down
Exactly.
here doing my fucking job.
She's the one that's in a
And the
relationship.
tattoo was on her arm.
Oh my god.
You know what I mean? So I could see if it was like, oh, I found out,
Right.
you know, whenever I was sleeping with her that you did this tattoo on her leg
Well,
and it's your
see,
name. You know,
She
and
was
it's
playing it off that she was single. She was playing you,
like, well,
really,
the thing is
and
that
her boyfriend.
that information isn't relevant to the tattoo, so therefore it was
No.
never discussed.
Well,
You know what I
no,
mean?
and she didn't want to bring it up though.
You know,
I'm
so
sure.
it's like at the time of that all happening, it's like all I knew was someone came in and got a cover up. You know, I did a
Yeah.
nice tattoo for them, and
Yeah.
then the next thing I fucking knew, their fucking dude was down in my shop, and like I literally sat at my desk and just let him smash my shit and just laughed about
I
it.
know you would.
Like I can replace that. I
Yeah.
can replace that. Like,
Yeah.
dude, I could schedule a tattoo this afternoon and pay for all of this.
Yeah,
shit.
right.
Like, just continue to be an asshole, dude, because
You're embarrassing yourself.
I don't even know who you're talking about. Because
Yeah, right.
I don't know who Nicole is. Like, what did she get
Exactly.
tattooed?
Right, like who? Which one?
You know, and
Which
like,
one?
when you're clearly in the wrong, that gives me even more fuel to be a smart ass. And it's
Right.
like, I'm just gonna sit there and just ask,
And
like,
just laugh.
oh, it was a fish. I did 2 fishes this week. So does she have black hair?
Right.
Okay. So like, clearly I didn't fucking sleep with your girlfriend. I have no idea who you're talking about.
Right.
But that only happened like to that
Jeez.
extreme one time, thankfully.
Oh,
but,
that's good.
but again, too, like, I mean, I didn't fucking call the police. I didn't, you know, throw a fucking fist. I
Right.
didn't fight anybody. Like, you know,
Yeah.
throw your hissy fit and get out of my fucking job.
Right. Yeah. And have you had anyone that used you in a relationship for tattoos?
I mean, suspected, but I could never have confirmation, obviously. I mean, like, you know, there's been plenty of times where, like, I thought this chick was, like, really, really into me, and we're hanging
Right.
out, like, fuck yeah, I'll do a tattoo for you. That's a cool, you know what I mean? Like, because obviously, especially at that time of my life, like, my only mentality was to do as many tattoos
Right.
as often as possible, as frequently as possible.
Right.
And I was making enough money. I was single. I mean, like, so.
Well, and girls nonchalantly put it in there when they're using
Oh, they're
it.
good.
They're good.
Too. They're so good.
Yeah.
You know, especially
Trust me,
because
being
that's what
a
I mean.
female,
Like,
I know how they act.
I'm pretty easy to fucking encourage to do a tattoo.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I'm
yeah.
pretty easy to encourage to do a lot of things, but like if you're
Well,
like,
and you're a nice guy.
you're like, what would
you
look
know.
good there? And I'm like, oh fuck, I'll draw something on right
Yeah,
now. We'll come up
right.
with something right now. Like, well, fuck, I already drew it on. Might as well tattoo it. Like now you got a
That's
whole
how you
leg
were
sleeve
with-
and you're
you were
breaking up
with
with me.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, you
Yeah.
got what you wanted.
Probably thought that was me.
And here I was a nice guy, like, dude, I ain't gonna sleep with you or nothing. Like for the first 3 months, like you're really, really cool. I really like you, so I'll
Yeah.
just sleeve you out, and then you
Yeah.
leave me, and I never even got any.
For real?
It's like, damn.
See?
You know. So I
Yeah.
just, you know, I watch my guard now.
Yeah. Wow.
Well,
What?
no. I'm always on guard with hussies, but
Uh-huh.
just with people, it's like, you know, you will never be surprised at how much time people will sacrifice of their own life just to fuck you over.
Oh, they do. And they
it's
do it
scary.
good. It's really scary. And that's what gives people their issues today. Yeah.
Well, obviously that's
Trust issues,
yeah.
all that. It all comes together.
Yeah, the other thing that we could discuss, because this is something that we do have a little bit of a disagreement about, but there are definitely lines to be
Uh-oh.
drawn. Well, it's just the whole, okay, so you come into our shop, you met us, maybe we even had a good conversation, we laughed, you know, because we're nice people. You know, I don't give a fuck who you are. For the most part, if you come in, even if you're, I don't even know what description I could give that would indicate that we wouldn't like you, because we're just not this kind of people. We're not.
No,
judgmental.
everyone likes us, actually.
You know, and we like most people until you give us a reason not to.
Yeah.
But my point would be, is okay, so if someone comes in and like, say even more than normal, we hit it off and have a good time, at what point is it okay or not okay for them to then reach out to your personal Facebook account and send a fucking friend request? Yeah, because again, we are meeting someone on a professional
We
level.
disagree on this.
And if someone came into Walmart and I was their cashier and I checked them out, 9 times out of 10 they're not gonna. I mean, maybe if, like I said, maybe if they just think the shit.
And
But-
a lot of people do.
But
And you like it.
that can't. Well, anybody is gonna like getting
attention?
any kind of affirmation for what they're doing. Because I mean, I obviously know that nobody likes me for just my looks or
No.
just, you know, it's
what you
obviously
have.
because I do cool things. And obviously we're in small towns. Like if I was in California, I'd be a nobody. Don't even
Right,
look at me.
exactly.
There's a million
I
people that
know.
ride BMX and film and do tattoos. Like I'm just
Yeah.
another fucking Joe.
Right.
But because we live in a small town,
Tiny
wait a
town.
minute, like this guy rides BMX. This guy
Right.
does. You know what I mean, so like I get that there's, you know, like there's
Right.
very few people around here that are just have initiative or motivation to do cool shit. And most of them do just one thing that's cool.
A lot of them are stepmoms, though, which worries me.
Well, we're old now.
If my kids ever have a stepmom, I swear to God.
But
But yeah, I mean, I do disagree on thin thread of line because client base should be client based, and you know that. That's what I think. But you know, obviously have
you
to
just-
accept it at some point.
so you just think zero tolerance? Okay, so there is a line, professional, personal,
Yeah.
unless. Cause see, there was times before where it was like, hey, can I, you know, hit you up on Facebook? You know, like it used to be people would ask, you know, and that was cool because
They don't
sometimes,
ask anymore.
sometimes I'd be like, well, you know, no, I don't really, you know, I don't really like fuck up my Facebook like that with people I don't know, you know, like
Well,
back in the
right.
day,
Yeah.
you know, there used to be a little bit of respect where someone
Yeah.
would like, hey, can I look you up? Now it's like
Yeah.
on this creep level to where like they almost make you feel like it's weird because we didn't establish that like, hey, we had crossed this threshold to where now.
And it
We're not-
happened when we first opened.
Because
Yeah.
by definition, a Facebook account is a personal profile. We're in a
It is.
professional setting. If you're going to send someone a friend request, you've then taken the step to make it into a personal situation. Whether it's, you know, because like I said, I mean, you know, on my personal account, very rarely, if ever, do I even post tattoo work. I don't post anything
No.
shop unless I'm just sharing something
No, and
for
that was
extra attention.
My point. Yeah.
You know, like if I'm sharing an event or something like that we just want to, you know, boost, you know, but like for the most part, like none of my work is on my Facebook. It's a personal account where I post like riding shit.
Exactly. And family
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, riding shit more. Even so, because that's the other thing too, is like even with Facebook too, I don't even like the idea of putting so much stuff out there to where like I even filter how much of us and family stuff that I put on there just because it is what it is, just because of the meta and I just, you know, all of that. It's like, so it's not even like my personal account is even that personal, but it's like still weird, you know, I mean it is, but I don't find it as weird as most people, just because what's laughable is that these people will do this, which we've agreed that is the next, taking a step in a different direction, but then they don't talk to you. They don't, you know what I mean? Like, so is it just a troll? You know, so that's
It
the next
is
thing.
because I have fucking people on your friends list following me. They didn't friend me.
See, that's new
They
too.
follow
I
me.
don't know why.
And then on certain things they like, and I see it every now and then, I'm like, I don't fucking know you. And then a lot of people
And you
from
know
the
you're not
business
friends
do
with
it.
them.
And I'm not friends with them. And it's like, okay, they're liking my reels, they're liking all this shit. How are they even seeing it? I go on my followers and they're following me. And that's
Well-
how I knew so many people were following you.
Well, that branches into a different
Because
thing,
it says friends of,
though. Right.
you know.
But when you use Reels specifically, Reels obviously is like just out in the fucking.
But I
wild
recognize their
west.
name. But on my photos too, is what I mean. Some of my photos have them liking stuff too. And on yours. And that's how I knew, okay, clients are following and friending us now. And it's like, that's crossing a professional and personal level for me. Because I thought our Facebooks were personal. Which you think otherwise.
But they're not private. See, so there's
Mine
a
is
difference.
private.
Is it?
Yours
Okay.
isn't. You made yours on private.
Well, mine was never private, but now it's a professional profile.
Right.
In which, again, just reiterates the fact that it's
That
just not
anyone
really
can
a
see it.
Well, it's not a personal account anymore. Like, I just don't like the idea, like, even like me and Timmy were talking about, it's like, man, we gotta stop putting as much personal stuff on there anyway, just because, like, it's just getting so weird anymore. But,
Anyway.
that's a conversation for a different day.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think
He-
that should be talked
he-
about.
He deleted his Facebook again. He's like super paranoid, though. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna go to the point where I have to like completely delete social media, but it is weird, you know, like the Meta and Zuckerberg and all this stuff. Like it's so fucked. But but we got off on a different tangent.
Yeah.
You know, so
I just think it's, you know.
So just to reiterate, just there's a line. You just don't do it, you know, unless.
But it's happened, so I mean, it's done. So.
Wow. Wow, we're just speaking in general here. We're not speaking about anything specific.
Right.
Like, you know, so
yeah,
like,
there's a professional and there's a personal level.
Right. So
I think.
it should be pre-established. I think that you know, it at very least, if someone is feeling they're gonna go home and send a friend request, like I think you should just say, hey, like, can I hit you up on Facebook?
Yeah, and some people do ask, but
Yeah.
others don't. The ones that do friend you don't ask. The ones
Well,
that ask you don't even friend you.
Nobody even asked anymore. And I know there was somebody that I was like, oh yeah, well, you know.
And they never did. Yeah, that couple.
there was-
That couple I was telling you about that I liked. Yeah.
We should have fucking got a hold of those old people too. That old lady that had that fucking horror sleeve and shit. She had that big
Oh
horror
yeah,
tattoo.
she was cool.
Oh, those people were awesome.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the pros then. You know, I mean, like, this will be easy. Like, I mean, there's a million good things about running the shop together.
Yeah, there is.
You know, so
more pros and cons
So
now.
just to blend it in, you know, one of the best pros about running the shop the way that we are, as opposed to what I know from running before, is that there's like this fucking hussy barrier for the most part. Some get through, of course.
well,
but
yeah.
It's
a
just
given.
nice to know that on face value, 99% of the people that come in there are like, hey, listen, these guys are married, they got a baby. This is a nice fucking shop. I can bring my kids here. This is a safe place. Like, this is comfortable. It's not grimy. You don't feel uncomfortable or feel like someone's going to come in there and fucking violate you.
No, it's a comfortable setting too. You know, we made it feel cozy and
well,
accepting.
And we should reiterate also, this is why we're a private tattoo studio
Right.
and not your. I mean, I don't even know.
And
if
a
there's
lot of
people
people
walking
don't
shops anymore.
actually understand what that is, but you know.
Well, I mean, in this topic alone, just the fact of just even the respecting the privacy, you know, like, I mean, if someone does want to come in and they want to flash their, you know, their legs or their thighs or their ass, they can do it in privacy, you know, as opposed to in most shops, and I'm not sure why the layout is this way, but like, everybody is
Walking
all
downtown
tight,
and you fucking see it all.
and everybody's tight knit together.
I don't
You
get
got
it.
Booth,
I don't
booth,
get it.
booth.
There's no
And
privacy
then
at all.
window.
I
It's
know,
like, oh
big
my
bay
God.
window.
You know, I've had fucking ladies that, you know what I mean?
You walk
or-
downtown fucking Reno, Nevada, I can see a whole ass hanging out. This lady's getting a tattoo. It's like, how is that even? Why?
And that's great clout
I
for
never
the shop.
knew that setup.
But I guarantee that a lot of people are like, well, you know, I would go there, but I don't really want to be put on display.
Right.
You know, so I mean, like, I love that we can at least provide a barrier for people, like, no matter who it is. I mean, whether you're 18 with a perfect body or you're 60 with a body that's been through hell, you can come in
Yeah.
there, and if you have to expose any part of your body for a tattoo, that you're going to feel comfortable, you're going
Yeah.
to feel confident, and you're not
Which
going to
they
have
do.
somebody looking at you.
Yeah, they do. And we have that door. We have 3 separate rooms. I like it. I love the layout. You know, and we have our kids there, so they could be walking around and just be like, okay, stay over there, office. You know,
The way that
we have it is amazing.
the way that we opened up that wall too, just so
Yeah.
that way there's 2 lanes there that you can come in and
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh, it's so beneficial just to that. I mean, even just having, you know, the baby in there and just having everybody together and like.
Which
being able
that's
to
a
keep
pro
the-
too.
Oh my God, that's
You
the
know?
best thing ever. Like,
I was pregnant as soon as we opened the shop, so it's like, oh shit, I can't go work because obviously not obviously, but I did getting on like a little bit of high risk. So it's like a thing I was laid off, and that time we were talking about you opening up your shop again, and I was already wanting to learn tattoos around then, and I
Oh,
was
and
pregnant.
with-
I mean,
with
it worked out.
with experience in piercing and
Right.
just knowing
And
that.
my experience in piercing, which did help.
Well, and I think that a lot of it too was just the hope that, like, with your background in cosmetics too, that we could eventually even blend in just doing cosmetic tattoos as well. I mean,
And that's what I want to start.
Still want to
next.
start doing that.
Yeah.
I mean, that would
I'm
just
still
be so
learning
cool.
every day that I can. You know, every video that I see that's free, because it is an expensive course. So I would have to literally be dead set on that.
And unfortunately, my 20 years of experience didn't teach me a fucking thing about tattooing realistic hair on eyebrows
or blush. I mean, this. Oh my god, you should have saw this. Sorry, but this lady, she fucked up this bitch's fucking cheeks. Babe, oh my god, it's a fucking rectangle. How do I fix this? I tried blending. Don't blend, bitch. Don't. Stop what you're doing. Like, right now, it's terrible.
I didn't pay for a swatch.
Oh my god. Oh, it's terrible. Just don't do that. And she's like, should I send her to a more professional? Yeah, you weren't professional? Oh my god. Like, what? Why would you touch a person's face not being professional or educated on blush? Tattooed blush. Like,
well, and that's the thing too. I mean, like, I have confidence enough to tattoo someone's face, but I mean, like, I'm not going to be so boisterous to say, like, oh, I'm going to take a chance on something that I've never done and fuck up someone's face.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
it was bad.
I don't really understand how you even get good at that unless you've already got some kind of understanding or experience in doing makeup.
Right.
And then can transition that to a new brush.
Yeah.
Being the tattoo machine, you know, because you got to understand how contouring works. I mean, like, I guess...
Well, and your colors.
I understand how contouring works in a lot of ways, but when you're working with someone's skin tone and palette...
Oh my god, yeah.
I mean, even just color matching.
Yeah.
How the fuck do you color match
No, it was like hot pink. Oh, it was terrible. I wish I would have saved it. I was so fucking anxious to show you. I'm like, I gotta tell them.
I'd be interested to see if tattooing are starting already, if they haven't, because we don't look into this a whole lot. But I wonder if they're starting to adapt makeup colors. You know, when you go to the makeup aisle and you see every skin tone, every color, every little, you know, difference in tone. You know.
They do.
They're going to be skin sets, you know, for this. You know,
oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, they do to an extent, but right, I get that.
But on the same level, because you know how intricate makeup is. I mean, makeup.
I know. That's why I can't wear it. I don't even know my color. Like, there's so many fucking colors, and they don't have a book, like a motor oil book for makeup.
Right.
Why don't they do that? And why don't they allow it so you can actually try it? You know, what's that store? That makeup store that's like so popular. Man, I don't know.
Is it like a chain store?
Yeah.
Not like a Mary Kay or something.
No, let me see here. I don't know. I've never been to one, so. Shut up.
You can hear me type. Sally's.
Famous makeup store. Oh, they have a Lush Cosmetics. Wow. Sephora. Okay, so in Sephora, they actually sit you down and color coat your face. They actually get your color corrected for free.
Wow.
And you can't even do it yourself out of a palette book in Walmart. Walmart has the most extrusive and like so many colors, it's unreal. So it's like, why don't they implement that in makeup aisles? I don't know why. I mean, yes, maybe germ risk, but you know, you can set it up to where it's like just samples. Okay, one, you know,
right.
No one else touches it.
Wonder if you could put it on those little coupon things we were just looking at from back in the day.
Yeah, right.
You know.
Yeah.
What's your color? You put in the code.
Right. Yeah, fucking sample pops out, right?
But see, with cosmetic tattooing, they'd almost have to have someone like that, a consultant, during the during the consult, that you would have to color match them and figure out exactly what tones and shades you would need. But just tattooing the
that
hair
lady
alone,
didn't do that.
the hair alone, just doing the eyebrows would be fucking wicked. That would be so fun to do, just because I mean,
I love it.
I don't even know if it's single line, but I mean, at least a 3-round liner would be fucking awesome. Just
right. Yeah, I really
Imagine.
I
like,
really want to get into that.
especially all these fucking bitches are probably like any of these bitches that are used to getting them done with their soft little fucking rotary machines. Come on in and
Coil.
get them done.
Yeah. Yeah, how about that? Oh my.
Oh, it's gonna stay. Don't worry.
I can get them thick.
How often you gotta do this? Every 6 months now. We'll get you good for a year.
You like them thick? Good. It's like
You
a
said you
hand.
wanted traditional eyebrows.
Oh god, traditional fine line? No? Oh yeah.
Trash polka eyebrows.
It's good. Yeah, right. Oh my god, that's the trash polka fucking cheeks.
Nah,
Man, that was bad.
that's how
it's
you
like
can fix it.
Burned in my brain.
Just get a fucking smear, throw a fucking typeface font in there, maybe a little bit of newspaper print, some dots, you'll be fucking set.
Yeah,
Move to the UK.
Oh, she needs it fixed bad. I thought I saved the picture. Obviously, I can't show the podcast, but maybe it'll show you. Now it's not saved in my camera roll.
This is gonna seem really petty, but you wanna know what one of my favorite things about running the tattoo shop together?
What?
Hey babe, can you get that?
That's your famous line. What do you mean
Hey babe,
favorite?
can you grab that?
That's like just your thing.
Babe, you got any green soap?
Yeah, and when I'm not there.
Babe, you got any witch hazel?
Using
Shit.
everything of mine.
Babe, I'm out of paper towels.
Notorious.
You got any gloves over there?
I'm out of alcohol. You're out of fucking everything. Here, take it all.
That'll
Take
be
my
the-
chair. You want my chair?
I have taken your chair.
You have
before.
taken my chair. I know.
Fuck, this is never gonna work.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just gonna do it in your room.
He's done that too. My room's the best.
That'll be the next video.
Oh god.
Shit tattoo artists say when they work with their girlfriend.
Yeah. So what's the worst thing? Working with your girlfriend. That's the best, right?
That I'm always fucking late.
Mind you, we have a 7-month-old baby, and if we're running a tattoo shop together, there are going to be side effects that happen to make us late. Like a blowout. Like mom and baby getting ready. Or like mom, baby, and son getting ready. So there's just these things that happen. Or staying up till 4, 6, 7 a.m. I mean, who's tired? No, not me.
Nope.
Yeah, nope.
I only need 2 to
But
3
yes,
hours of sleep. and I'm
We
ready to
gotta
go.
work on that. We gotta stop being late. We actually have been doing good lately. A little bit. I mean, you know, I can't find that fucking
Trick
flush's
is just
face.
keep moving what time
Can't
the
find
shop
that bitch's
opens.
face.
You know,
Yes,
we open
moving
at 5.
the time. Yeah.
We'll never be late.
If you schedule a 8 a.m. appointment, I will be up and out the door by 8 a.m. We'll be good. We'll be on time because
Every
it
day
won't
I'm
be
just
till
gonna
like
schedule
1.
some random invisible person
Right.
for 10 a.m.
I can't find this bitch's face, so maybe later.
Probably banned it.
She probably deleted it. It was bad, and she was getting some bad fucking critical comments. So
Well, people got to be prepared. If you're gonna throw something up online, you better just be expecting the worst. Hope
she
for the
should have
best.
expected
Expect
the
the worst.
fucking worst. Is bad. One person was like, "Wait, that's her face?" Like, how did it go? It was that you're not professional. Is that her face? Something about laser treatment, and then it's like, no, laser treatment can make it worse. So, can it? Can laser treatment make that worse because it's on her face? Because I was trying to remember what
It's
the
all
comment
skin.
said.
I mean, realistically, lasering it off is gonna be equally as traumatizing to the skin on your face as it would be
Because your
on
skin
your
is
leg.
the most. Your
I mean,
face
it's
is.
probably more sensitive, but
I wish I
yeah.
could find it.
I'm not an expert in laser tattoo removal, but I would really
No.
hope that she finds a shop that encourages her to tattoo a black mass over top of it before lasering it off.
Oh yeah, totally. I mean, I'm sure
Just-
that's next.
Just so she's got to double down on the on the regret.
She's gonna keep she's gonna keep blending it, and she's gonna blend it with the wrong color, because she's gonna get too fucking stressed out and just start blending that bitch's. Oh, that poor girl. That
Maybe
poor
she should
girl's
just
face.
use real makeup to cover it up.
I feel so bad. Yeah.
Tell
Oh my
people it's a
God.
birthmark.
Yeah. Yeah. Man. I just would not do that. I would never do that. Get that done to my face. It's hard enough to do eyebrows and trust someone. You know, you gotta really put your trust into
with
someone.
hair that grows back, even it's hard to trust
Right.
somebody. Like, what the fuck are you
Right.
talking about? Like,
Right.
it's so hard to even understand how you can walk in and literally be blind. Like, oh yeah, just fucking, I'm gonna shave my eyebrows and you're gonna attach them on.
Right.
You know, at least with eyebrows, your fucking normal eyebrows will grow back over top of them if they're
Yeah.
not that great.
Right.
But if you're getting your cheeks or your lips or anything else tattooed, like, that is fucked. if
Lip
it doesn't go
liner?
right. Yeah, that's.
That's the thing now.
Oh shit! I accidentally had black in. Sorry.
That can look like a Chicano
yeah,
girlfriend.
you're gonna look like a fucking anime girl. Actually, let's just put some anger lines in
Oh
your eyebrows.
God. Cause growing up in Arizona, so these Mexicans just wore black lip liner everywhere.
Ooh.
Yeah. Now it's obviously phased out, but oh God, just imagine that permanently on your face.
Never spent much time around Latino women, thankfully.
I mean, I have. I grew up around that era.
I was,
So-
around a lot of Mexicans. In Santa Ana, there's more Mexicans than there are white people. Like, we were literally the only white people on our block.
Right.
You know? And I mean, it was cool. It was just like, what you talk about, like, like we lived in a fucking area where most people don't want to walk down the street, but like we were locals, so
Right.
like we were cool.
Right.
We didn't speak the lingo, but we knew what the fucking head nod meant. We're cool. So
Yeah.
like, get out of Chewy's and buy fucking 25-cent cigarettes all day long. God, let's do it. I'm like, Chewy, what time do you open? Whenever I feel like it.
Yeah, right. And
When I-
that's a pro.
When I get up, I
Yeah.
open.
Yeah. That's another pro about owning your own business.
Chewy, wake the fuck up. It's 10 a.m. Get the fuck out of here. Come back in 1 hour. I can only do an Asian accent right now. But
that's fine.
But yeah, I mean, that is the best part, because the thing that sucks is, I mean, even if you are an artist that works in somebody else's shop, you can essentially, you run your own books. Most cases, you're not, forced to be there unless you're a shit hand or something like that, to where like, okay, listen, you got to be here at 10 because I want you to fucking
Right.
print forms, or I want you to fucking, wash the fucking dishes or something.
Right. Yeah.
But like, for the most part, that is the best and worst part about the tattoo industry, is that like you can just do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
But it's a
I guess that's
double-edged-
with every business. So.
I mean,
Just
not
about.
necessarily, because the thing that sucks about most brick and mortars is that you're committed to putting
To
whatever.
your
Like,
hours. Yeah.
if you're 9 to 5 and you start not being there when you fucking your shit
Yeah.
says you're open, look at fucking
It's
Casales.
true.
Look at every fucking day that we
Yeah.
look at. Well, we can even bleep it out. I don't know how to talk shit. But like, literally a restaurant, where you got your posted business hours and you don't even commit to them.
Well, they don't, and they would have to know that they're losing clients left and right. They're losing people that literally love to eat there,
Wow.
and I hear it all the time about people complaining about their hours.
If you're wise,
It's crazy.
you'll know that they have a fear of commitment when
Yeah.
it comes to their hours, because their hours are written on the fucking window in dry erase.
Oh my God, and they're
Window
not
marker.
they're not even correct on Google. Like,
So,
I don't know.
so with that, I mean, it's like, yeah, we have the liberty to just essentially whenever we want, and like it sucks because you can also say, well, I don't feel like doing it today.
Yeah,
You can really shoot yourself in the foot real quick.
it does. That is the downfall, though. So,
But it's a good wave to ride, because I mean, unfortunately, like, just anybody in this position, I mean, anybody that does any kind of freelance work to where like you can go anywhere and be anywhere and do what you do and make money,
yeah,
you've got everything by the balls. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
if I don't fucking feel like doing it today, I don't have to. If I don't want
Right.
to do it all week, I don't have to. And like, if I'm broke now because of that, I can go out tomorrow and fucking make enough money in one day that I can take the whole week off again.
Right.
And like, that's the liberty.
Yeah.
I mean, like, and anybody that fucking hates it, get off your fucking ass and do something.
Right.
And, you know, it's like,
Right.
it's sickening to think that, I mean, like, we can sit down for 3 hours and we can make the same amount that someone has to work 40 hours
Yeah.
for.
It is
sucks.
unfortunate.
You know, and that's what keeps us so modest, I think. It's just because, like I said, you know, and I know how hard it is to fucking work for that money and
Yeah.
how quick you can spend it, you know, and you got a lot of shit to pay for and shit isn't getting cheaper.
No, it's not. And it's just insane the lifestyle anymore that we are made to live because of the prices going up in everything. The formula, baby's formula went up.
Everything. It's like,
What?
I mean, we just watched that thing with that. It's like literally everything, you know, and we see it even just in our supplies.
Yeah.
You know, not only are our supplies getting harder and harder to get and taking longer and longer to get here, but
Yeah.
they're also more expensive for the same amount of items that we were paying for before for a cheaper price.
Yeah, don't get Amazon Prime. No. They tell you one day, it's a week later.
What that means is they're priming your asshole to fuck you.
Yeah. You're expecting an arrival date? Yeah, well, think again. You're
Prime
not getting that
member
arrival
just
date.
means prime dick.
Prime member means they're raping your bank account for no reason.
Gold
like,
member.
oh my god. It's insane. That pissed me off. I left that dirty ass comment and I hope fucking whatever his name is sees it.
That's why we're getting double charged.
Fuck it.
Jeff Bezos up there
Fuck
with his
Bezos.
fucking superpower fucking AI.
Yeah.
Hey, anytime anybody says anything
He
mean
just
about me
doesn't care.
online, charge them double on their Amazon account.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's
'Cause
my fault.
everybody in the
Totally.
universe has an Amazon account.
Yeah, exactly. And they're not getting Amazon fucking daily arrivals and packages. Like,
Listen,
unless you live in a city, the 2-day ship van drives around and delivers packages. That robot van or whatever I see. If you live in the city, you'll get your package on time. Maybe.
Well,
I mean, I don't know. I'm not them, but I know we don't.
I
So,
remember back at the old shop that I was a Prime member. Always was, you know. So I knew that I could even pay for Sunday delivery. Like,
yeah.
when I would run my shit out of, you know, I mean, I'd run my needles out or something like that, and end
Yeah.
up coming up with a tattoo that I needed to do. Like, I remember literally paying for
Yep.
Sunday delivery.
And you would get it.
Oh, it was.
I would get my
guaranteed.
packages all the time for my cosmetics, and it was guaranteed fucking ship and delivery, or sooner. It's like, what the fuck is happening anymore?
Yeah, a lot of times
I
I
don't
would get
get it.
stuff like, I mean, if it's a 3 to 5 shipping on even anything like that, I'd still get it in 2 days.
In 2 days, right? I could count on Amazon for everything. I could count on them. Now we can't. I don't know what's wrong with Amazon now, but they've gotten shittier, and I almost don't even want to shop with them anymore.
Good luck.
Unfortunately, we have to on most things.
They're worse than Walmart as far as
yeah.
a monopoly. I mean,
Yeah.
but that also by design. I mean,
Yeah.
Bezos literally made his money by buying up every fucking possible competitor and running them out of fucking business and forcing everybody to buy from him.
Yeah, he's smart.
He's a fucking alien.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
But yeah, I think we covered it. Any final thoughts?
Yeah.
I mean, like pros, cons. You know, I mean, it's good and
We
bad.
got a bunch of topics, but there's gonna be more
Yeah.
episodes.
Yeah,
so-
like I said, I feel like any of those that we wrote down,
Yeah.
each one of those have enough that we could get into enough substance to make into a whole
Yeah.
episode. So I mean, like, just do you want to give any final word? And like I said, pros and cons.
I mean, you know, if you run your own tattoo shop as a couple, just don't think too much into it, honestly. And don't think everyone's out to get you. And just play it business, you know? Personal, business, keep it separated, is
Check
my
your personal
opinion.
feelings at the door.
Check them at the door. Do not bring it. Yes. We've learned the hard way.
You know, and
Even
and
family stuff, you know, keep it at the door.
with all the
It's
good and
not-
all the bad, I mean, like it's still probably the most fucking fun job that you could think of.
It is.
So I mean, we're creating
A lot
really
of
cool pieces of
creativity.
artwork for people every day, and
Yeah.
it's honestly the most enjoyable thing. And honestly, we talk about skanks and whores and assholes, but I would say that maybe 1% of our clients that walk through our door, or
Yeah.
you know, like it's very
We joke
few.
around a lot.
It doesn't happen very often.
No.
Most everybody that comes through our doors is super respectful. There's very few that we have to deal with that are unpleasant. But if we
Yeah.
do for any reason, say something that you might just get the inkling that, they're talking about me, or maybe you know that we are talking about you. Maybe we fucking slipped up and said your name. Doesn't mean we hate you. Doesn't mean we don't like you.
No, we do
We're
not.
just talking shit, and you know,
We have to let it out somewhere.
right?
You know?
we have to let it out.
We have to talk about it. We have to get it off our chest. So fuck you and listen.
And if you don't have a sense of humor, then you should have probably turned this off a long time ago.
Yeah.
So.
If you can't laugh, then fuck off. So, thank you. It was
Ooh.
good. It was a good talk. I hope
Alrighty.
everyone enjoys that.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. This is Ink Unfiltered. I am Rhett,
And I am Laura.
and we are out.
Out. Have a good night.